Hey there, day 78. How you doing? It's pretty cold. As you can see, since the last video, we did have a significant snowfall. Oh, this is my little snowblower that I use. We've been using these. It's an electric 15 amp Snow Joe single stage snowblower. It's amazing. You know, takes a little bit more effort. Does a half decent job, I must say, for what we have. And we do have a mixture of snow. People can say, you know, hey, you only have like, or they're only good for light snow or fluffy snow. I put that through some heavy sloppy snow as well. It doesn't throw it 25 feet, but it throws it far enough for our huge driveway. Anywho, day 78, back at the CamperPod. Yesterday, had to go and pick up some material. I had to pick up some strip aluminum, 16 of an inch thick. And I got inch and inch and a half there because we're going to try something. I also laid the aluminum out flat because where it's getting closer on the curve up there, show you, it's starting to curve back in on itself. So I need to flatten it out before I use it. So I've got two pieces here. I've got the piece that I already cut, and I've got the actual roll laid out. It's been out for a day and a bit. What else did I get? I picked up this pull saw because I was using my good pull saw, my one over there, my Dazuki. I don't really like using that much. That's for more or less my fine woodworking. I wanted something that I can just, you know, not care about. This was on sale at Princess Auto, so I picked it up. What else did I get? Oh, a couple of MC4 connectors. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those later on. That's solar related. Oh, and pop in here. I picked up a thermometer because I was wondering what temperature it gets inside of here. Well, when it started, it was at 0, and now it's at, oh, I'd say 12 degrees Canadian, but it was at 0. Oh, it's American on this too, so it was at, say, 30 degrees American, and now it's up to 55. I'll talk Canadian again. It's around 12 degrees, and I've had that heater on for maybe 5 minutes. So that does warm it up considerably. So outside that blanket, it's about 0 degrees, maybe 1. So today, I'm going to be attacking this wall here. I took this off the other day. I just got it leaned up against there a little bit. So I'm going to be attacking this wall and another wall. I'm not quite sure which one. But I'm going to have a little sip of coffee now and work out a game plan and start building. Brr, it is bitter out here today. I'm wondering how cold that metal is going to be to handle. As you see me, I wear nitriles just to protect my hands. I might have to put on gloves to deal with this today. Brr. Anyway, it's not getting done with me just standing here complaining. Just like with the last piece, I'm employing the less 1/8 of an inch in width and height of the material. Now, the actual opening in there is 33 3/4 inches. So, take a 1/4 inch off that, and that leaves me with 33 5/8. Because I want a 1 inch tab, which gives me 34 5/8. And so the other tab on the other side will be 1 inch and 1/8. So that's, well, one tab's going to be 1/8 of an inch, you know, deeper than the other. That's fine, but that'll give me the proper width for the inside wall. And the bottom calculation for the bottom tab, haven't calculated that yet, but I'll mark and bend the other two and then do the bottom. The brake doesn't work as finely as I wanted it to, so I'm doing it this way now. Doesn't turn out too bad when I do that. It's just a little bit more time consuming than if I had a brake just to make just one bend and it's done. This requires a couple of different processes, but it's good. Now let's see how this goes. I cut out the bottom for a plate, so it'll slide in over that. I was debating whether I should put any relief cuts in the side pieces here so it won't bend, but I'm not on the fence with that. We'll see what happens, because the bends can be taken care of later. I just gotta fish my wire out through. Okay. This is probably the best piece video I videoed putting in yet. It seems to be pretty good. Now I just heard my wife come in. I'm going to put you on pause for a second and show her to get what she thinks. I did get the okay that this is a decent piece. However, there's a little bit of a tightness up here, and we discovered that the actual returns that I had in here, I just took one out there on the floor, are a little fat. So I'm just going to that one there, I'm just going to put the hand plane around, just take 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch off. This one here is going to have to stay in place, so I'm going to have to take this down because I have it stapled as well as screwed. I made sure it wasn't going to move. And do the same thing there, because it doesn't touch right there, but it sort of gets tight in here. So that's what I'm going to have to do now, and then slip this back in place. You can see the red line that I just put on this piece of board. I just did that just so that I know that I've taken material off, because I'm just using a non-motorized hand plane here to get some swept up in the knot. So you can see it just touched there and touched there. So I'll do this a couple of times, make sure I've got a sufficient amount off so that the aluminum will fit back up perfectly. This is really how it was supposed to go. The piece up on the wall, I had to hack that out with a chisel. But this one, it'll be much cleaner. The best fit ever. It's like that piece of metal was custom fit, a bespoke custom fit piece of metal for the wall. Oh my God. Which it really was, a custom fit. Anyway, yeah, it fits really well. You know what's going to be sad? Is that the very last piece of this that I put up in the camper is going to be the best fitting ever. So it took all this so far, everything so far, to learn that how to make it fit. Ugh. Too bad I never had a test camper to start with, but that's it for the next one. I will know, and I guess you know as well, what does not work. Well, what doesn't work for me anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to pop in a few screws in the corners just to hold it in place. We've got these couple of really neat roller doors coming. I'm going to put one across here and one along here for this is going to be like a storage area. So I'm going to have to put in reinforcements, like I just said, here, right down to full length, as well as frame out for the switch box, which is going to go right there, and put something in here for the panel. So I'm just going to go do that and show you what the final product is, because it's just cutting sticks and putting them in place and all that sort of fun stuff. Took me a little bit of time, but I got this put in. Pretty sturdy, goes right down to the floor. This is where the the door will be attaching. This is, and I had to, frame out a little bit for our switch panel. And on the back of that, I also made a place for our fuse box. So that's going to go right there. It's going to be quite convenient. Got a little bit of spot there to attach the wires, and a nice solid location right there. So that's gonna look good. So, got a bit of a problem with this post here. When I put it in, I kind of realized that it was like twisted, but never thought anything of it. But now it's causing a problem. It's actually twisted in this direction. Twisted, I guess, clockwise. Starting down here at this line, everything below this line is fine. it's square with the wall, as you can see right there. But as I move up, a gap starts to form in the inner corner here of the square. When I get up to like right here, you can see the gap. So, not quite sure what to do, but I think what I'm gonna do is get my electric planer. I put these red marks on here just as guides. I'm gonna get my electric planer and put it at like a 1/16 and take a pass up as far as I can go and use my square and see how it goes to try to square up this face. Then, so that face will be square with the wall. As you can see like the gap right there, right? It's crazy. These upper ends I'm going to have to attack manually, say with a hand planer or something, because I won't be able to get my electric planer up there. So then when I get this face square, I'll attack this face here, because let me see. So you can see there's a little gap right there where my finger is tapping. Not as bad as it was the other way, but still, once I get that squared, you can see it right there as well. Once I get the face squared, or pretty close to square, then I'll attack this. So let's go crawl under the corner of the camper and get the planer, because it's in the bottom of that cabinet right down there, and I can't move the camper. I gotta crawl in there. So I think it's really small, crawling through this hole. I did a few passes with the planer, and you can see this is the clean wood here, and it's after taking off some of the marks already, which is what I wanted to do, just to show where it's taking the material. And the square edge moved from here to here. So I'm going to do a few more passes and see what happens. This is all square here now. And it's not too bad from here to here, so I'll probably just do another quick pass here, and we'll right to the top, and then just break out the square again and see how things look. Well, it looks a lot better. Not 100%, but I'd say it's pretty close to 90 for the face being square with this wall here. Now, I've got to do that right there. Do the same thing. I'll mark where it starts to get wonky and plane it until it doesn't get wonky anymore. I think that looks pretty darn good. It's square with this edge right here, and it's square with this edge out right here. Pretty much from the bottom all the ways up to the top, up right there. Let's just take a look-see. Pretty good. Well, that's it for day 78 of the CamperPod build. I'll show you what I did today. I installed that piece of aluminum right there. It went very, very, very well. Happy with that piece. Did some framing over here for the door that we're getting, and also a few blocks for my wiring. Next, what else did I do? Oh yeah, this piece here, squared that. It was twisted from there up. Note to self, if I ever build anything again and something is twisted or crooked, replace it. It took me an hour just to do that. Not worth it. Should have did it earlier to begin with. What else? Oh, I was helping to cut this today for length. That's not going to happen. I'll do that tomorrow. No big deal. So that's it for day 78 of the CamperPod build. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.